Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look again at a ChatGPT team, this time around for the Weather Cup. I had to do a little bit of a different search here because I had to look for basically a Great League team with only the Pokemon that are allowed here because it doesn't know about the Weather Cup in general. This data is still from like 2021, so there was no Weather Cup available. One they actually updated, so it's actually real time, but we have our team here. This is the best team apparently with water, ice, fire and rock Pokemon, Lapras, Rhyperior and Chandelure. I have no idea, but we're just gonna go into this gameplay here. To be fair, of course, this team is horrible. This team has basically nothing to do against this cup in general, but we can at least take a look at some spice today here, which is even spicier when I asked the AI for the spiciest team. Like, the spiciest team was less spicy than this one here. Otherwise, if you want to see more ChatGPT teams or like in general content, let me know in the comment section. And leave a like on the video as well, would appreciate it. We see a Blaziken coming in. You see already we went for Weather Ball here. There might be still one game in there, I'm not sure if it's in there, where I had still Shadow Ball, or no, actually Poltergeist instead. I got rid of Poltergeist to go for Energy Ball there, because Poltergeist is just very horrible. And we have Energy Ball for potential Wishcast and Swampert. The amount of Wishcast and Swampert leads I faced with this team is insane. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, actually here next game as well with Swampert. It was wild. Of course, our team is super weak against this. I cannot really change anything about this, but I didn't expect it because there were so many teams where you had a Abomasnow in the lead, like a Shadow Abomasnow. That's what I was basically building for with my Fire type in the lead there. But the amount of Swampert and Wishcast, I have no idea where they came from. Holy hell. We see a Toxapex coming in here as well. This seems to be also a pretty common Pokemon nowadays in this meta. Thing is, I'm also pretty weak against Toxapex. There's actually not a single Pokemon on my team that can deal with Toxapex. For this video itself, I had to build my Rhyperior. We're running Smackdown here instead of Mudstep. Mudstep would have been better here, but Smackdown is better against something like Pelipper, which I would struggle with otherwise with this team. So that's basically the main reason why I had to go for this move, I feel like. But sadly, they're still going to be able to reach another charge move here. Brian coming through, and we're going to forfeit here because there's not a lot that we can do about this. This is, I think, the game where I went into the wrong league, but I'm not sure. We see a Lantern here against us. This is a Water Gun Lantern. That's horrible. We're just going to go straight for the Energy Ball there. I definitely went, I think, into the wrong league once. If I'm... maybe not, maybe not. No, actually, yeah, okay, this was in the wrong league, I think. Noctowl is not really available here. So this is kind of okay, though, for us, because I don't know where they went into the Noctowl. Maybe they have even something weaker in the back, but we will be able to go ahead and go for the next charge move, hopefully knocking them out. And so far so good. We already got the Lantern very low, and we're gonna get them also to shield and move up. I should be able to shield up as well and farm them all the way down, getting to another charge move as well, hopefully. As we're going to see the Charizard coming in. And you see what we have in the back there, Rhyperior going to completely destroy this opponent here with a Smackdown. I don't know if you ever seen stuff like this in the Open Great League, but yeah, this was amazing. Like, I didn't really expect this. This was the only one where I went in the wrong league, but still had to kind of keep that in there because that was hilarious. Here we have the matchup against Pelipper. You win this matchup, but you have to shield twice. So this is still not the best matchup either, because Smackdown doesn't do enough damage to farm them all the way down before they can get to 2 Weather Balls. Yeah, we still at least get some extra energy here, and this will allow us to get both shields back as well. But against Blaziken, our team also struggles a little bit. Our lead is supposed to be fine against it, because we're Ghost Fire type. We resist basically all the moves here. But also not really, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a trickier one still. We're going to be able to go ahead and go for the Swamp into Lapras, trying to take the move. They actually run Blast Burn, so hopefully they have something like a Swampert in the back. That would be cool here. But I think actually the Blast Burn nearly knocks us out here anyway. Yeah, we're not even gonna get to another move here. Chandelure is literally just a glass cannon here as well. Swampert in the lead, as said before, I faced it so many times. Actually went 0-10 for my last 2 sets that I didn't put in there then. Like, I literally went 0-10 for my last 2 sets. I didn't even get a single win with this team there. But with my first 3 sets, it was actually pretty okayish for the amount of, I don't know, nonsense this team is here. But we will be able at least to go for some ice shots against the opponent's Swampert here. Going for the Earthquake, shielding this up is very nice because we can farm them down. And at least Swampert is gone from this team, but now we have a Bastion to deal with, which is actually okay for Rhyperior. You have not the move Mudslap here, but Rhyperior is still going to be able to take the charge moves over pretty easily. Both of the charge moves are resisted onto my Rhyperior, so they don't really have anything to hit me with. And I actually can still get to another move here anyway, which they're going to let go, as well as we see another Whiscash in the back in this basically a good game here. I can try to go for one energy ball. Let's see if they're going to let this move go through. If not, I can just forfeit, and they are not. Maybe I actually should have went into my Rhyperior, but I'm not sure if I can survive one Mudslap here anyway, because we are much butt bomb. Oh, actually, we survived that. Maybe I should have went to my Rhyperior instead, trying to get the shield with the superpower. Maybe. But like this, we will sadly not be able to win this game either. Double, like, ABA with a Swampert and Whiscash is kinda crazy, to be fair. We see a Kingdra coming in, there is nothing that we have for the Kingdra. Kingdra is literally one of the worst Pokemon to face with this team, and we of course get the debuff immediately, because, yeah, like you saw my Kingdra video most likely, where I got 4 out of, I think, 15 Octazooka's debuff, which is so much below the odds, and basically all my opponents always gets it, so... It's basically how Go Battle League goes recently for me, which doesn't really matter. I'm already legend for actually nearly a month, I think. So it's all good. We can farm them down here. We will see the Sandslash coming in, we see the Pelipper coming in. Let's see how much the damage this does. If we had Shadow Ball here, that would have been way better, but Energy Ball is still going to do a nice amount of damage. If we had actually Shadow Ball, we would have been able to easily win this game already at this point of time, because we would have one-shot the opponent there. But I feel like the double super effectiveness against potential Swamperts might come in clutch later. We will shield up the move, which is going to be a Weather Ball, but I think we still might be fine. Let's see, we can go for one charge move here. Surf coming through, Surf going to be able to do some nice damage, one more Ice Shot coming through, and I think we need one more Ice Shot after this next Surf as well to knock them out, and we will be able to knock them out here. Good game to my opponent. Next game coming up, we will see the Chandelure against Whiscash. What I said before, like, I have no idea where they all coming from. Honestly, I think I haven't seen a single Abomasnow in the lead yet, or like in general during my gameplay, and before at least that was everywhere. I don't know where that goes, but I haven't played this cup as well for at least like 3 days prior, so don't know really what was going on with the meta shift there, but this was not something I really expected. We see the Bastion coming in here, which doesn't really like to take the Surf damage, which is at least decent. I can still get to another Surf, but they can farm me down. But as mentioned before, we should be fine here going into our Rhyperior, and we actually might be able to just farm them, because you see here Smackdown still actually does some pretty decent damage. Stone Edge coming through doesn't do really anything, and I can get some energy here, which is kind of nice. They still get to another move, of course. I can let this move go through, but again, it's a little bit tricky here. We see actually the Sandslash there. I should have went for one more fast move before I swapped out, because actually this is not the worst scenario for me here right now, because I can go for one bait here as well with a Flame Charge. I think I make a huge mistake here, actually. I didn't know that you would get to the Energy Ball here. I completely didn't know this. I tried to click on it as I saw it, but it was already too late. They're going to, of course, get the move through now, and if I actually knew this, I would have been able to knock them out there and would have easily been able to win the game. But now I need one more fast move to get to another charge move, but the opponent sadly is there one turn before me. Would have been able to easily knock them out with the one superpower, but sadly it wasn't the case here, and we're gonna go down there as well. Next opponent, we see another Whiscash. Those are the better sets, by the way. The other sets were even worse. Like, this is not the last 2 sets where I got completely destroyed as well. I don't know where all of the sudden Whiscash and Swampert leads came around, but maybe you should try to run some Abomasnow leads. Literally, it's insane how many I faced of them. Wild, of course. Mantine, also not really the Pokemon that I would have expected in this meta, and also a Pokemon that kind of destroys me in this meta. I will be able to go for another charge move here. I'm pretty sure I can still survive at least one charge move here with my Rhyperior. Let's see. The Bubble Beam is double super effective though. Yeah, you see how much damage the Bubble Beam does here. It's a wild. I can still take one though, and I'm going to take this one as well, I think, and just... Oh, actually going to shield this move up. I will be able to get some farm at least. We will see the opponent going into the Pelipper. It's amazing, amazing. We have basically 0 chance of winning this game here. Triple water team with a double water type weakness. I guess this is not the best team. We finally see an Abomasnow in the lead for the first time. Hell yeah, and we see a Kingdra safe swap. This is not really ideal for me either. might be something, I don't know what could be in the back. There needs to be something that can deal with like counter users in the back, so some kind of water type most likely again. Some Swampert or something like this would make a lot of sense. We see the shield coming up from the opponent. I can go for another charge move here, which is going to be getting most likely another shield here. And we will be able to at least get some damage on them. I can go ahead and go into my Channeler trying to take the move here because actually I can try to farm them all the way down. Of course we get the debuff because we always get the debuff, so we can't even farm them down here. And we see the Avamas now coming back in now. Kind of awkward. I can try to farm them down here. We see the Lantern coming in. Not a lot that I can do here about this anymore, and I think if I actually wouldn't have got the debuff, I might have been fine. Because I would have been able to go for the move here immediately and then maybe get some energy on the Rhyperior, but most likely I think we still would have lost this game there as well. Next game we're going to see here the Swampert in the lead. What a surprise! I actually don't know where they're all coming from, but we will be able to go for another serve, gonna get the shield here. But yeah, like the amount of Swampert in which case I saw in the lead all of a sudden was wild. Was insane. We will be able to go for one serve, but they're going to catch it on the Tentacruel here, which going to definitely be a core breaker for the entire team. I have literally no idea how to deal with that Pokemon with my team right now. I can let this move go through. It's going to be an acid spray. I have to try to swap out here. I'm going to swap into my Rhyperior. Let's see if we can farm them all the way down here. We do a lot of damage at least. I'm going to shield up the potential Scald. Of course, it's going to be acid spray. I can try to farm them all the way down, but of course I still get to another move here, which I didn't expect that they would get there so fast, but Tentacruel seems to be a very good Pokemon right now. We can farm them down at least with Chandelure, at least I thought, but no, we see another Swampert here. They can go for an Hydro Cannon. This is going to be a good game. Next game, what are we going to see? We see a Blaziken in the lead. This is kind of okay for us, but we see a Seismitoad coming in here, which is wild. I can go ahead and go for one Surf here. Going to try to get some shields and trying to get them lower. We're going to get the shield here already, which is nice. We can shield up the move from the opponent. They're actually going to go for the bait here with a Sludge Bomb. Is a little bit cheaper than the Earth Power, but I don't know how much, like, how worth it this is really. We will be able to get them already low with the Ice Shot already. I can go ahead and go for the Surf now. I have to shield this next move up though. And I kind of want to keep the move alive here on the Lapras. I don't really want to throw it all onto my the Seismitoad here, so I can go ahead and go for one charge move here. They're going to shield this move up, and I can swap perfectly into my Chandelure on the Sludge Bomb. And hopefully I can do some damage against the Swampert, and here we go. Here we're gonna go be able to go for the Energy Ball, destroy the opponent with that, and now my opponent going to destroy me with the Blaziken. That is even better for me. I can go ahead and go for the Flame Charge here, and they're actually gonna go for the Charge move, which is amazing. I can go into my Lapras now and hopefully finish off this match. Finally, the Energy Ball worked into, like, in my favor there, which is nice. We can swap out immediately, and this Seismitoad gonna go down to the Rhyperior, another double Mudboy team. Next opponent, and hopefully also the final opponent, we see a Jellicent coming in. What do I do against Jellicent? I don't know. Haven't really seen this Pokemon around either, but for this team it's basically impossible to beat. I feel like they're of course going to be scared of my Shadow Ball, so I went for the bait there. I can just take the moves here with my Rhyperior, but honest to God, like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do against this Pokemon. We will be able to go ahead and go for one Surf most likely, as they're going to try to farm me all the way down, which is smart. Yeah, there's not a lot that I can do about this here. I can go into my Lapras, I guess, but it's just an awkward matchup here. We can go ahead and shield up the Shadow Ball from the opponent, going for the Surf here. And yeah, this is definitely the most spiciest team that I've seen so far, even though I tried to get the best team in. Let's see if we can hit the Energy Ball here. We will be going for the Charge move here, and they're going to shield this move up, which means we're most likely going to lose this final match here, sadly, because Wishcast plus the Sandslash going to have a great time against Lapras still. Lapras is not really going to have a good time here, because the Mud Bomb going to hurt. The have a Bulldoze nearly stored, I think, as well. So it's going to be basically it for this game. Let me know in the comment section again what you want to see next with the ChatGPT. Very, very fun tool though to use for some more creative videos, as we have 3 weeks of Great League straight. Is a little bit boring after a while, in my opinion. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you want to see next, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.